Hey, how's it going, Citizen Zone? Seems like there's a lot of strange new information coming out about what's happening with Sidney Powell and Lynn Wood. I mean, dude, that has become I don't know, dream team of sorts that is, I guess, fighting for the election in some way, shape, or form. The really strange thing here to me isn't the fact that they're even doing it in the beginning, is the fact that I saw Ali himself actually up there with the group today when I was watching one of their little videos. And I mean, dude has been popping up in a bunch of different places. And I mean, we have to talk about why the Trump campaign would have even uncoupled from Sidney Powell and Lynn Wood in the first place. But now it's almost like we're seeing this war develop on a couple of different fronts, and now we're looking at this new resurgence of something. They're talking 1776, putting out tons of information. And I mean, a lot of the hearings have had a lot of interesting things said by a lot of different people. And I mean, these people have signed affidavits saying that what they have said is true, right? Like, you can be punished by law by lying on one of these affidavits. So it's something that I wouldn't just be seeing random people coming out and just putting out BS that was going to be in court without actually understanding what the possibility could be about this entire thing. And I mean, there's been a lot that's been coming out from that side, especially with like that Ron Cat. He's been posting videos and putting out different stuff with his Dominion Watch hashtag that has been really, really, I don't know, maybe muddling the waters, but maybe not. They've been posting videos that show, I guess, Dominion workers taking USB drives out of, election systems and putting them into their laptops that are connected to the internet with like TeamViewer on them and stuff. So it's not something that may be out of the ordinary for that process, but to the average viewer that's looking at it could be something else. And then over on Project Properness, that's Propernes. Skip the second S. There's a reason for it. When you figure it out, you'll laugh. Anyways, if you checked out Project Properness, that proper guy definitely looked into a whole lot of stuff that was going on with the poll pads themselves, because a lot of folks didn't understand, a couple of things. Like, they were saying that they're air gapping their networks, but what they're not telling you is that they're having most of this stuff done on iPads, and these iPads have to have Bluetooth and Wi-Fi enabled in order for their peer-to-peer or internet connected systems to be able to work, because they don't have the full database of everything on that one system. They're networking precincts together using the internet. Okay, it's a private VPN backchain to their secure network, at least that's what they're saying, but essentially is that yes, they are using the internet, and the actual voting tabulator machines can be connected, but some of them aren't connected. And there's a lot of different information through the manuals that were used within the last couple of months to actually train people on how to set up the poll pads themselves, that really does show that there was a very easy vector for people that would just place themselves, bad actors, to control these precincts, because they could decide whose votes are going to go in and whose votes aren't going to go in. And then later on date, they could re-arbitrate the votes and just put in singular votes for you, or just completely cancel out your vote themselves. And our friend TV, she went through and she looked online and she seen that her vote was canceled, so they sent her a mail-in ballot, but she never returned the mail-in ballot, so she didn't use that thing. So when she went to go vote in person, they gave her a provisional ballot and then they canceled her ballot. So it's like, what's going on? She was registered Republican and she didn't even get to vote. And they're saying that this is the most secure election ever. And a lot of people in Nevada were seeing that they were getting all kinds of different ballots all over the place. But, most of us, our votes didn't even freaking count when we sent them back in. Is it because we were registered Republican and it said Donald Trump on the scene? this is a big question that we should be asking everybody about this, but a lot of people aren't asking these questions. In Georgia, they're telling you stop before somebody gets killed, somebody's going to die. And legitimately, is that really the way that we're going to fight this war? And I mean, you're just going to try to divert from, election security to the fact that, oh, well, like people are going to die. Are you like, what the hell, man? People are going to die. I mean, in this particular respect, these people aren't understanding that we aren't even trying to like subvert anything. We just want to have truth in the elections. And I mean, when people all associated in this realm are talking about it, we're just asking for it to have a little look see, and they're just refusing to even try to do it. So we have fighters that are fighting, in the resistance against this new onslaught of 1984. And I mean, if it does move forward, if we don't get our day in court, then that's going to tell you a lot about how the future in the country's going to go. And I mean, there are certain things and certain liberties and unalienable rights that you are prescribed. And I mean, it's like Section 230 says, like it's supposed to protect you in the same way that it protects a publisher, but the publishers use carte blanche, and the publishers are the ones that are taking away your right in that particular aspect. And I still find it strange that nobody even talks about this. So here we are, sitting on the precipice of censorship world, and what should we be doing? Should we be fighting with each other and trying to create more mayhem and mischief, or should we be focusing on how we're going to come together and at least understand what happened and then figure out how we're going to move forward? So, you guys should tell me, let me know what you think in the comment section below. Like, hit that subscribe button, consider becoming a member, do all that good stuff, and I'll definitely see you again on the next one. It feels to me like there's going to be some weird information coming out by Friday, but even then, is it going to really move the needle? Because we still got a couple of weeks till December 14th when things really start cracking. So keep that in mind and be excellent to each other. See you again on the next one.